Hey there team, and welcome to something utterly disastrous. I had the pleasure, or displeasure, of playing in a randomly generated army composition battle. Nice big 8-man free-for-all here with a few of the boys. So this is of course Silmarilion Total War. Playing as the House of Finarfin. I do actually have some experience with the House of Finarfin, so I wasn't going in entirely blind with what it chose me, but it was still an army that I did not design, and I'm a very picky man when it comes to my armies, as you may see from my Divide and Conquer playthroughs, and well, any time I play on Reforged, I have my set army compositions that I like to use. I know they work. So yeah, this was a bit weird. Anyway, we've got the Stalkers of Tol-in-Gaurhoth there, a unit that I just would never really use myself. I've actually been blessed with 2 Arqueni, which is very nice. Of course, every unit here will be stacked out with every upgrade it can possibly have, as the AI just gives us, or the randomly generated system just gives us as much as it possibly can. So as I say, 2 Arqueni, I have my general in amongst one of them. Another Stalker, I think I've got 4 Stalkers altogether. Then, what am I? Oh yeah, I'm setting things up over there. We will have a quick look at my army deployment afterward. My swordsmen, though, I have been blessed with some swordsmen, and the javelin, well, all of the swordsmen of Talith-Dernan do throw javelins. Only the smaller detachment size, though, are armor-piercing javelins. So, since, of course, I had endless amounts of money, the AI purchased the non-armor piercing size because they're more expensive. They are all yelling that they will eat hearts out today. Jeepers sake, just chill, boys. Archers of Talith-Dernan there too, very nice. The Sartor Finderato, very cool. Again, I make my point very clear about sort of high quality spear bodyguard units. I just don't really feel a great affection toward them. But hey, I will take what the gods have given me. I've got my Wardens of Nargothrond, backed up by some Bridge Wards of Nargothrond, something that Finarfin definitely has above just about everybody else. And yeah, anything that we're sort of missing? Of course, the triple catapult. Now, me being the man who detests artillery, I very rarely will ever take it. Being given 3 catapults is a worry for me. But I've spread them out, as so we've all got some decent, well, we've all got some artillery, so I know that I'm not alone in this. We've got the Wardens of Nargothrond over here. Oh, sorry, no, yeah, I've got another unit of Wardens over on the left side. And then my archer line, primarily made up of archers of Talith-Dernan, but I do have some scouts. My marksmen of Nargothrond, more scouts and more archers. Nice sort of mix up, really. And I decided to sort of put my anchor sort of my right flank on this village here. You can run through the middle, but it gives me a bit more security. Of course, House of Finarfin, as is my ally, we don't have any cavalry, so this is the one time that I actually put down stakes. I very rarely will put down stakes, but I know that there's no way that they can be a threat to me or my ally, so I shoved down every stake I could, because hey, why not? And then I've got a few little defenders over here with 1 archer unit defending that side. So hopefully the enemy will come at me here. If they do slip around, we can batter them and we can see what comes of it at that time. Anyway, my ally is good old Carmondai. He is, as I say, again, House of Finarfin. He's got his double stalkers there. He's actually been blessed with ballista and a catapult, which, yeah, I think we could have actually changed that. I think... Yeah, no, that was one thing that I think J-Monster allowed us to change. We could have swapped... No, I think it was only a trebuchet. We were allowed to switch trebuchets for ballistas, but I don't think we were allowed to switch catapults. No, you know, hey, it is what it is. I don't think I really would have changed out to ballistas either. Then we've got the Sartor for him. Wardens of Nargothrond there, marksmen. And then more Wardens. He seems to go for a pretty decent archer line, backed up by the Wardens to watch out for them, and then the Stalkers spread out. Again, double Arqueni, as he has been blessed with. I think his general, though, is not in with the Arqueni. Don't know where he's got his general. I think it's in with the Sartor. But yeah, one thing that is very nice about Finarfin and our artillery, as much as I'm ranting and raving about arty, we do have 4 units of artillery, or 4 pieces of arty inside of our artillery units. Our first enemy is Sin of the Dark Cloud, playing as Doriath, a faction I do have a bit more knowledge about. He's got a Spear Host of the Girdle, Axemen of the Girdle, more Axemen, and the Marksman Eregion. A few units no doubt hiding, oh no, not hiding in the trees. The Shield Bearers there, defending their catapult. Then a lot of catapults, yeah, once again sort of 3 catapults, but you can see only 3 individual pieces. Shield Bearers of Eregion, and then we move on to his actual, this is his ally here, which is Captain Gervais. Again, playing as Doriath, so he's got more and more artillery pieces. They have this very nice hilltop here. We were not originally going to be jumping out anybody. We wanted to set up and just try and hopefully fight amongst our stakes to make up for our lack of cavalry. But Spear Hosts there, Wardens of the Girdle, Donath in Mablon. There, the elite unit. Oh god, 2 of them, 3 of them even. Jeepers sake. Okay, three of these bad boys from Gervais, and then the mounted company of Eregion. Oh, over here as well, some cavalry for Sen, mounted company of Eregion all the way. Is that? That might be the only unit of cav they can get. I thought they could get 2, but no. I think that might be it. I thought they could get a horse archer for some reason, but maybe not. So that is the Doriath duo. Oh, that's a very... where are these buildings from? Huh. Where did we get those from, I wonder? Because they don't look like... oh well. Zooming over here. We have Narius. So he's got his ballista with the House of Feanor. Archers of Amrond. The humans of Helivorn, sorry. Then the shield bearers of Helivorn. Archers of Amrod again. Catapult. As I say, everybody's got a lot of arty. That is something that we do kind of dominate in, because as I say, 1 more artillery piece does allow us to be a little bit more defensive. 2 O turn my Timo, and the they've got the accursed here. Nice. Okay. And then the Requeni Magloro. The knights on the field. Surprising. Oh yeah, there is some more Requeni there. And some riders of the past. Still, I expected the AI to go a bit more crazy with Feanor's cav, but it might be hiding. But Feanor is allied with the realm of Angband, played by J-Monster. So he's got his shield guard of the Iron Crown here, backed up by some guardians of the Iron Crown and the Arbalists. He's actually got 2 Mangonel units and then a ballista. So our catapults are going to be a little bit more accurate than this Mangonel, but the Mangonel can be very bloody against infantry hordes out in these open fields. Then the Thralls of Angband and the Valurokar. Yeah, the Balrog boys. And then the Uroloki. In the back here, we do have some Wolf Riders of Angband, though, to have a little bit of cavalry dominance, and we're seeing some Troll Guard over on the side. Coming to the last team now, we have Arturius, playing as the Dominion of Tol-in-Gaurhoth. I was a bit worried about the Dominion here. I felt that, like, it's tough to use money as the Dominion. And I was interested to see what the AI would do. He's got his Ballista, he's got his Orc Mangonel. Does have his Howlers there, and more Howlers. Hishperkraz Warband over on the side, along with some wargs, which would be expected. Everything is spread out quite nicely. It's almost like Arturius is expecting to be immediately showered with artillery right off the bat. But anything really crazy from his cavalry? Yeah, some very good quality. Of course, throwing, they may be holding javelins, but I do believe they throw sort of balls of fire there from their wargs. Scarahide Trappers, though, these guys do just throw standard javelins. And then in the back, some more heavy wargs. And then the Wolf Guard on his left with some Chosen and some Wolfborn. Is that where you have your general? Do you have a mounted general? Do you have him in with, I think he might be in with some Ash Priests that are hidden in these, generals can't hide. Don't know where he is. Oh, there they are. Yes, that's where he's got his general, and with his duo Ash Priests. Coming on around now to Tundra's Fox, we have the Elves of Ossiriand. Definitely somebody that I don't want to get into a skirmish fight with my archers. To be honest, the Elves of Ossiriand, they don't do amazingly well in a skirmish fight because of their low armor. But still, their archers are good. Well, there's going to be a lot more of them, and they'll be better than me. He's got a Spear Host of Rathloriel up front. He's got a Ballista, which is going to be good for sniping out my catapults. Then Earthen End Tower, and that's a double and a triple. Slightly better armored, in all honesty, than most green elves, so they might be able to skirmish away with me if they want to. And then the my Mithrin in Tol-in-Gaurhoth. It's been a while since I've done a bit of Silmarilion. I'll be back on the point soon. And then another 2 ballista units, as we saw. So we'll jump into that. There'll be a lot of units that will be popping out from being hidden. Now, I'm hoping that somebody else has done this battle as well at this point, because there will be a lot that I miss. This will be a very crazy little fight. And yeah, I'm going to be... Oh, wait. Oh, I should probably... Oh, just do something to grab this right now, just to make sure I don't end up... it's kind of cool, but no, maybe we should look for something else. Immediately open up on his ballista. I saw those ballistas and I felt my guns, my catapults are going to get taken out by this ballista. You know, there's no real safety from it, so I thought I might as well try to use the ammunition, or at least a portion of it, right off the bat. So that is what is causing this hail of catapult fire. And I think that is being mimicked. No. Doesn't look like anybody else is hurling balls of fire at each other. Looks like it's just me throwing everything I've got against the green elves. But we felt okay at this point. Like, the House of Finarfin is an amazing defensive faction. If we can make the enemy come at us, or if the enemy wants to come at us, then that's awesome. So I saw how sort of little this was actually getting me. I actually did take out a ballista. But I decided to try instead to just hit the Spearos of Rathloriel. Hey, if I can just take out some elves, then that's always a good thing. The Hunters of Rathloriel behind them with their jabs. The next ballista unit has come flying on forward now. So I no longer have this ranged advantage. I think, have we lost a catapult yet? Well, yes, we have. Just lost that one there. But one catapult out of an awful lot. Out of 12, yep. We're okay. It looks like my ally... No, my ally's got his own whooper worries to deal with. As he hurls... Actually, maybe I should have considered not lighting my balls on fire, in all honesty. But if you're firing at infantry, I always think it's a good idea. But he might be going for that catapult instead. Usually, though, yeah, if you're firing at infantry, you always want to be lighting them on fire. And it looks like maybe that was just a quick pre-fire before he got them lit up. So I move out with my Archers of Talath-Dairnin, just wanting to unload on... Yeah, I want to unload on his ballista crew, you know, personally, with archers. I feel that'll be a sort of a better way to deal with them. But they are shielded. These are not the ballista crew that we get for most units in Reforged that are all basically peasant tier units. They do have shields, and they do have some level of armor. You saw that burning blob of explosives that just hurled themselves at my ally there. And it did result in some casualties, actually. But he is returning fire with his ballistas, and I'm sure getting some success. Yep. Catapult dropped there. Feels like we're playing Napoleon right now, rather than Silmarilion Total War. So he's coming out with his ballista there, which, hey, is giving me a better shot with my archers. But everybody seems to be quite content at just being passive right now, and holding back. Which, in one of these unusual fights, that's not a bad thing. We do have a bit of shenanigans going on. Wow. Oh, right. Okay, I thought they were all burning corpses, but no, it's just yeah, okay, we got a bit of counter battery fire going on between the mangonels. What happens? I wonder how much damage it takes. Yeah, you can see this one has been damaged 20%, so a few of these little spots hitting it. Maybe a mangonel firing at artillery is not too bad a thing. Oh well. I guess, like, with a catapult, one strike is all you need, and that mangonel is a massive target. Anyway, what we're seeing here is J-Monster is coming flying on forward. Arturius is going to be sacrificing this mangonel, hoping to get one point-blank shot. Oh, come on, boys. Ooh. All it needs is one touch, but surely, come on. Get it off. I don't think they're going to get it. Oh, yeah, we've got some high damage range fire coming into those mangonels too. That's a shame, Arturius. I'm sorry about that. Your boys were just being dumb there. So he's actually falling back from that. Let me actually lower the speed just slightly, just to 0.8, I think. We'll be fine with that. Friendly fire, yeah, is no longer a worry. Oh, destroying your own artillery piece just to deny it to the enemy. But yeah, of course, the Guardians of the Iron Crown, as much as the Orc Mine Elf crew are competent, they're not going to be able to deal with this. And there is just a swarm forward as Artorias actually pushes away. He's grabbed his entire force and slipped around. And he's moving around my little right side village. And not engaging his foe, J-Monster there. The Howlers are coming on forward, and I actually did unload a little bit of fire into the Howlers, perhaps just a wee bit too much fire into them, but it's a very tempting target. They're these unarmored, unshielded, dual-wielding fighters coming charging at you. I couldn't resist, okay? The catapult crew for Sin, they're the first people to get thrown on forward. Of course, their artillery pieces either running out of ammo or being destroyed, more likely. Engaging the Stalkers. That, what are these guys? What have they armed themselves with? Are they Axemen? Yeah, alright. Okay, yeah, but, well, I guess they were just vastly outnumbered by the Stalkers, and that's why they were losing so badly. Shield Bearers of Region coming on around. And it looks like, yes, Sin is wanting to get as much of a surround as he possibly can. Not really wanting to engage us where we want him along this stake line, but at least that means that when they do engage, that right flank is going to be protected by the stakes from any cavalry action. Well, that's probably the last catapult. Yeah, the last few catapults for Sin have just been destroyed by the ballista fire. So it's a full-on attack now, as we still do have the artillery advantage. Howlers being sacrificed there, just being fed to the Uroloki. Just in case, as I say, always just in case I forget to do it. Yeah, gosh. Oh, sorry, these are not Howlers, these are Hishperkras Hunters that are being fed here. Even sort of less of a fight, and they might even break quite soon. The ballista crew there getting stabbed away by the spear guard. It's been a pretty efficient amount of damage here. Whoa, I was wondering why we just shot up into the sky. It's quite good on maps where you have like a large feature like that, like Minas Tirith and so on. You can just climb up to get a good sort of view of the battlefield, a much higher view than the camera usually lets you get up. And then, of course, but one touch will shoot you on back down. Are we going to get a Balrog versus Ent battle going on? It doesn't look like the Ents do not want that fight. They are very, very powerful. They can usually take on trolls, but up against this that's something else entirely. But hey, if we can see these monsters tear each other apart just a little bit, it's better than them facing off against us. Still, I do need to worry about Artorias as he continues to spread around me. And now that, well, when Artorias is gone, J-Monster may continue straight on in that line, right on into me. Oh dear, yes, some of these stakes have been destroyed there. What destroyed that? We didn't get any Uroloki, but oh, maybe artillery fire. Can artillery fire destroy stakes? Interesting. Anyway, my ally is now fully engaged up against the Axemen of Sin. And, oh dear, yeah, Warden's holding them back for now, as it looks like he wants to just try to tank this damage, continue to use up his artillery, and fire back at them. As Sin continues to flank around with his mounted company of Region. What we got here? Yeah, just that high damage fire from the marksman of Region, and throwing like high mass fire too, that will throw our men around even up against the Sartor. Sartor, though, with that shield value, will be able to take a good bit of that fire. So I actually sent over my stalkers because I'm not being directly engaged right now. My thinking here is just that if I can assist my ally to win that fight more comfortably, then either when I'm engaged I can retreat into his position, or he can hopefully aid me later. As Sin's ally, Captain Gervais, is going off to have a sort of staring contest with Anarius. I say a staring contest. No, that is more of a, again, an artillery battle. Back and forth here. Archers of Amrond, Amrod, yeah, Amrod, not Amrond, are falling back there, getting shot in the back by these poison arrows. Shield bearers of Helivorn, taking the occasional shot from that catapult. Catapults being abandoned there, so they have used up their ammo. It seems nobody's been saving it really. We have just been going for it with these shots. And yet it looks like J-Monster has been denied a real fight. Some of the Hishperkras forces giving him a bit of a scrap, but apart from that, mainly falling back along with the Green Elves. and forming up on my flank. So little by little, I've been feeding this, what is this, my eastern defense. I've been adding more and more to it, but it's, I can't really engage everything I have over here while J-Monster still lurks on my flank. I think I actually engaged, what were these guys? Were these, I think they were, yeah, they were howlers that were just sitting there, so I threw my wardens forward at them, and they've been fighting for a long time, but it was quite an efficient engagement for me. Over here, the Mablung are moving on up, engaging my Stalkers. My poor Stalkers won't be able to match them too well. I've got an Arqueni unit, yeah, over here. Oh, no, sorry, that is my allies. I do send forward one of my Arqueni. Here's mine. Yes, I wanted to engage his Mablung there. Just I didn't really want him to overwhelm my ally with these elite units all the way across the front line. If I can just send some of mine to go toe-to-toe with them, then that'd be great. And apart from that, my Stalkers just doing what they can as well, and just aiding here and there. They have slipped through with some Warriors of Region, and they're going to get a charge into the Swordsmen as they try to throw their jabs. Oh, that's quite a bloody little charge there. As I've mentioned it a few times, I love the idea of elves with two-handed axes. It's just a very cool aesthetic for me, just with sort of heavy melee weapons. Arturius has come in to engage me now. With the Chixkara chosen, and the bridge wards. Now that the bridge wards have properly formed up, though, that's fine. We can keep them at arm's reach, and ooh, even with these war bands slipping on through, as yet he's doing the exactly right thing there, Artorius. He's pressing into my my pike line. Don't just let me mince through him bit by bit. But I have them backed up by some stalkers, so they can't break through my lines. I've got my swordsmen there too. I do not want to engage them before they have used up their javelins. These may not be armor-piercing javs. I actually asked, we were all in a Discord channel together, and I was wondering, hey man, you know, is this my armor-piercing type, or is the other type the armor-piercing type? So since it wasn't armor-piercing, I went for the Finarfin Tower instead of one of the Chosen, being the only real armored unit of the Dominion. Sartor holding back there by themselves. Pushing on over here. Archers off. Well, yeah, my archers out of ammunition, coming in to back up my wardens. And now I'm being attacked from my southern side even. Sorry? No. Yeah, southern side. Scarhigh Blood Drinkers actually chasing away the catapult crew that I pushed out to chase away their missile cav that were hammering at me. So I just pushed out the catapult crew to try and chase them away, but I really should have just kept my catapult crew back to take that fire instead. I think that would have been a better use of them. But Tundris is all the way over here now too, and those Ents have appeared, which is a very menacing sight for us. So you can see, I wish I could get this same sort of view just a little bit further out, because our whole formation here is almost entirely surrounded. But Sin does not have too much left, as he has been fighting here for quite some time against, I'd like to say, a combined force of myself and my ally, but it really is primarily my ally's men over here. Just a few scraps from me to help out. Oh, Gervais has even come on over. Speaking of that, how is this fight going? Still staring at each other, boys. Oh, no, it looks like Anarius is packing up and leaving. If you're going to be doing that, you got to be doing it fast, which is what he is doing. He's got his cavalry, so Anarius does have cav dominance, so if Gervais did try to make a rush forward to sort of grab him as he runs away, then he'd suffer for it. But it looks like a bit of a mutual thing. Both of them have just decided, no, our allies need us more. Anarius moving over to help out J-Monster as J-Monster clashes into the front of my lines. I had to sort of sally out to engage him with my wardens, and I'm just relying on my elven skill, not to win that. I know I'm not going to win that, but just to hold them back for a bit until I can maybe win on the other side and get all of my arrow fire used up. I decided to use my Marksmen of Nargothrond to actually target their Uroloki. I felt that was the best use of their ammunition. Yeah, I don't regret it, but that's what I did. And maybe that fire could have been better used just racking up some kills on the orcs. But those Uroloki got us some good shots into my men, so I really just needed to take them down. The scouts here are getting engaged by Gervais's Mablung. Looks like Gervais maybe had some supporting forces aiding his ally in the attack. Yeah, see, this is what I mean about the battle just being a little bit crazy. There will be a hell of a lot of stuff that I miss. Wardens of Nargothrond there. Yeah, it's sort of flanked around now. There is no longer really a defensive position from my ally. We've kind of merged into one. But it's messy. It's very messy all the same. Let's probably zoom on in there. Hunters there. I'm engaging them with some close range fire from the scouts. And, oh, looks like the scouts... No, they're not out of ammunition yet. Archers there running off. They had been in the fight. Oh, God, the Ents still, even, you know, after going toe-to-toe with a few Balrogs, they're still alright. My catapult crew doing their best. But that armor-piercing damage from the Mithrin and Tol-in-Gaurhoth. There we go. Yep, they're going to be getting immense. But still, just going into the Hunters there. Going into anything I really can. Maybe I should have looked for a better target. Probably the Finarfin in a tower, but would have been a better one. We can see the burning fire there, burning green flame tearing through my men. The stalkers especially, very lightly armored. That's actually coming from the Uroloki, as I'm trying to stop them with my swordsman. Hopefully, hoping that I've done enough damage to them at range, but I'm getting shot in the back by the Orcs of the Dominion as all of this is happening. As I continue to be surrounded on these front lines, and it is looking pretty dire. As some more Uroloki come forward. Got my stalkers there engaging these guys. Marksman on Nargothrond taking out those. Oh god, they're very beautiful swords. It's always nice when an archer unit uses up its ammunition, then it takes out some really nasty weapon, and you think, oh dear, right, that was round one. It's like the second stage of a boss fight. We are managed to use up most of our ammunition though, which is always a good thing. And there are not too many Mablung left. As we do actually start to take control here. And the Doriath assault is finally being pushed back. Still got a few of the Arqueni left, but they are pretty badly beaten. Over there, some Wardens still surviving. I've even got 17 of my Arqueni left too. And that must be Tundrus's general. Might end up being, could have been Gervais, but no, I think it was Tundrus. So Gervais is still lurking on our flank, and it looks like J-Monster's actually come over to assault him now. Yeah, so J-Monster and Anarius have struck at Gervais, even though a portion of J-Monster's army is over attacking me. The vast majority of it is still free, so it is something of a 2v1 against Gervais right now, and it is getting messy for him. Uroloki probably holding back. If they've got any ammunition left, it might not be too worth using it against me as I pull. Well, I just grab everything I've got now that's not yet currently engaged and pulling them back into the defensive position that that Carmondai has been able to construct. See, this was the reason why I did all this, just to try and make sure that he was able to try and form a position in the later stages of the game. And there's no point in me just hurling my men into an area that they're just going to get dominated. Good to see these wargs taking a beating there. Wargs have that nice, huge hitbox, which means that you can shoot them to pieces like that. But there's still so many left. All of these green elves, and it does look like the Dominion have taken most of the beating for them, which is always a good idea if you've got an elven ally and you're playing as an orc. You know, generally you've got the numbers to sort of take a beating for them. You should sort of do that. I do love these situations where we've got two people fighting. Like I'm fighting J-Monster over here, and then J-Monster's getting shot in the back from one of the other enemies. You just don't really care too much about friendly fire. I've got my general in amongst this fight somewhere with his Arqueni unit. And he has been facing off against these guys for a long time now, so he will be struggling. I don't know where he is. We've not seen him die, though. So he must be somewhere. Yeah, the Uroloki just sort of lurking around. Oh well. And now J-Monster is coming toe-to-toe with the Dominion. With his trolls trolls backing him up. But if any unit is able to deal with trolls very nicely, it is the Ash Priests. Those nice high damage armor piercing axes breaking through their armor is just amazing to see. Okay, yeah, no, I need to, once again, just grab some stuff, see what we want to use. Announcer really doesn't like my chances as the Balrogs throw themselves once again into the fight. That is, I think the announcer's confused there. I'm pretty sure that was my chamber that just went down. Yeah, we've still got the marksman there. It was my marksman who've used up their ammo. Engaging the Mangonel crew, that's not too bad. To be honest, they'll do an alright job up against the Balrogs, but it's still going to be messy. Stalkers trying to hold back the Wolf Riders of Angband. We do have these stakes nearby. If we could have moved this whole force right here, that could be lovely, but it's just not worked out. Running the Marksman Nargothrond through another unit of Marksman and Nargothrond, cheaper's sake, has sort of messed up their shot there for a minute, but hey dude, you know, you just got to put down that fire sometimes. And it is pouring on in. Oh, to a perfect target there. These very poorly armored green elves will die in droves to that fire. A few of my catapults no doubt taking a shot or two, but it's what you get from a messy battlefield, really. Stalkers running off. There's still so many wargs remaining at this stage in the game. Catapult crew standing by. 44 guys. Hey, it could be all that is needed toward the end here. I have my one individual scout who survived from a unit. He's still got about half his units left. Well, half his units ammunition left. So I did not want to see him go down. Just get him over next to my ally. I think he's one of the only units I've still got. Well, no, I've still got some stuff engaged over here. My Arqueni, 16 of them. Very good up against the Balrogs. But that's not what you want to see, as the catapult has just torn through our men here. And these are good quality men. So I grab this. Oh, sorry, these are the archers. Grab them, and I need to shut down that catapult. Cannot have it fire off like that again. That was very messy. But with so much else, there's actually nothing else around really to engage it. How is the fight between Gervais and the dynamic duo gone? Not too badly, but it's, yeah, it looks like with the strength of mankind at Feanor's side, they have overwhelmed them. Yeah, they are pushing them back quite nicely. Oh, Gervais does have some Mablung that he's pulling on forward, along with some, oh no, those are not his archers. But there's still 18 of those knights, which in these later stages of the game, a good, even like 15 knights can do a tremendous deal. You get a few charges off. The sentries of Gelion are still around, but they're sort of been caught up. A lot of cav, a lot of sentries of Gelion running off. And the green elves alongside, yeah, they're chasing off the wretches. A lot of wretches just getting pursued. They should come back from routing, 189 of them. But they'll come back tired and not for, well, yeah, and probably not when they're needed. Arbalists, what are you wanting to go for? Yeah, even though it's armor piercing, and neither of these factions are really known, well, neither of their target factions are really known for their great armor values, it's still a high damage attack at the end of the day, so it's all you need, maybe. My ally is actually getting quite aggressive with his marksman. Maybe we should have thought about holding back. We have bled enough at this point. But he's still opening his ammunition. What have I still got? What, my one scout? Just trying to, I think my, yeah. Oh no, still got a few more. And I'm still trying to shut down that catapult. No, I ran away. He reinforced it with his rangers, and now the catapult crew have come back, so I've got to send my guys back up out of there now to engage them. I've still got a few Arqueni that managed to get just stuck up against the catapult, so they're going to be fighting away as the rest of the guys come on forward. So if I can just shut these guys down, they'll get a good volley with their rangers right into the face of the Arqueni. A few of them dropping there. They'll get another volley, I think, too. Unless this guy was able to just stop them. Oh, that was luckily their last shot. Yeah, good. And now we should tear them up. The catapult crew running on away. Needs to keep strong. Ah, the general. The general was in with the Balrog, so he'll be a very powerful general. I love that if you zoom far enough away, he turns into a troll when he's in one of those units. The sprite just changes like that. Then archers, what are you going for, G-Monster? I don't think anybody's really focusing on us too much. Oh, I say that, and yeah, he's shooting the marksman in the back. Gosh, damn it, G-Monster. And yeah, we're attacking his arbalists. Yeah, maybe we should have switched into some sort of ceasefire a bit earlier. As the Green Elves are still quite healthy. The Dominion have bled for them. Very, yeah, extensively. But they've still got their Ash Priests. My marksmen standing their ground as best they can, but wavering like that. Ents breaking through them. Chosen to sort of just take the damage for, you know, for their allies there. It's getting pretty messy. But every life that they can take away is a good thing. The Sartor of my ally have come on in, breaking down the spear host, and probably taking out a few wargs as well. What have we got engaging these guys? A few wardens still. Yeah, it looks like he has just sort of flooded on in and engaged wherever he really could. Still got my archer. What am I going for, really? Oh. Let's see. Probably gonna... it wasn't a terrible mess. I was going for the Ash Priests mainly, yeah. I don't think the Ash Priests have like an amazing armor value. Not too sure what it is. But we saw over there was another singular unit. One archer. Just standing his ground. He's still got his bow out, but he's not got a target. That catapult has been freed up again. I think... Did I die there or did I pull out? I think my... Oh, yeah. He's just got the rangers kind of gathering up around my forces. So I've had to get my ally over here to stop that ballista from fire. Oh, sorry. There's a ballista crew backing up the catapult crew. Okay. Yeah, really sort of gathering their forces together. But with more and more coming at us now, it's just a temporary fix. We are not winning these artillery pieces. It just cannot be done. Oh, dearie me. Go up to 1 times speed there. Things are calming down slightly. Oh, yeah, looks like every House of Finarfin man, or Finarfin man, I should say, is just about wiped out here. The Sartor are still standing, still 30 of them. And still a handful of the catapult crew as well. Oh, alongside another unit, Sartor. Only 16 of them, though. But with wargs lurking around. But when you're stuck in amongst this sort of blob, sometimes that's a good thing, just because it means the enemy can't charge you. You know, you're just wedged on in there. And ooh, Airfin opening up. What are they wanting? Looks like they're celebrating now. Pretty good. Cavalry, 5 Roqueni there. So, right, so that says that was my general. Yeah, see, I think the announcer flipped them. So we've still got 15 of them, and then we've got another unit of 5. Which can be very useful. Oh, some of these catapults taking a bit of fire, but burning up now. A few of the cavaliers getting sort of stuck there. Opened up on, though. As they chase away my Roqueni. But no. Oh, was that really your target, Anarius? No, surely not. The issue is I think he's going to get caught here. He's not going to be able to build up the speed for a charge. Oh, dear. Spear host on one side and Ents on the other. He's not going to be getting out of there with 15 guys. You can be sure of that. Yeah, those two going down. That's down to 13. I suspect it's less than that. 11 now. Yeah, a bit messy. But there's still the 4 from here. Oh dear, they've been caught too. Hunters there, standing their ground. A bit of burning going on for these poor green elves. Once again, yeah, burning green elves is a very dangerous thing for the poor boys. Where's my man? I've got him over here. Oh, sorry, this is his new friend. So my ally has 1 scout, remaining 2. And I think I ran... am I all the way over here? Oh yeah, this way. Yeah, I hid in amongst the stakes, just believing that, yeah, this is probably the safest place for me. If they do send cavalry at me, maybe they'll die on the stakes. If not, oh well. What am I opening up on? Yeah, I went for... I'd like to think that my poison arrow made him rout. I didn't hit him, but, you know, it was just the scent of the poison arrow that caused him to bolt away. But yeah, as I say, he's got most of his unit of ammunition to use up, so, you know, might as well just fire him off at whatever I can. But I just like these two guys right together there. Maybe something like that could be fun, just because I quite like these boys. Got my, got a mangonel right next to me too. Opening up right now, just on really whatever is nearby, whatever I can guarantee a shot on. Yeah, which is, it's hitting, but it's not really a massive amount of damage, and the Wolfborn especially are heavily armoured. But it looks like the enemy are just going to be ignoring us, just because of how little we can actually do. But that singular poison damage is going to be lowering morale, to be honest. Oh, he's shaken though. They're both shaken. They will get strength from each other. But yep, the green elves are standing. It looks like they are... Yeah, everybody's organising up for a proper face-off. You can see the balance of power. They're pretty sure we've still got this. But those humans are going to be tired. The Otter, no doubt, sort of lost a few hit points. The catapult, if this was your catapult, then that would be great, but it's not. They're just sort of standing around that catapult. And it does look like the green elves still have some ammo to go. A counter charge there from the skirmishers of Rathloriel into the stalkers. There's still a... Is this an individual accursed? Oh, there's 8 accursed left. Dear me. The thralls of Angband coming on up now too. We're just about as bad as you can possibly be in melee. But it's a lot of numbers, 167. Which to take damage for the elves of Feanor, and also to hopefully scare some of the Dominion. Just the sheer mass of manpower coming cracking on down. But it doesn't look like there's anything left apart from these thralls. Ah, the sentries of Gellion just being a pest over here. Where are the knights? Are the knights already gone? The knights, it looks like he wants to use the knights aggressively. I understand that, but yeah, no, I definitely understand that, because to be honest, the sentries could hurt you. I don't know, it's a tough decision. You either use your knights to sort of shut down theirs, or use your knights to try and just, you know, do a bit of damage. But the sentries have set up over here now. Really close target for us if we wanted it. And the thralls are still chasing them, so very brave little archers there, which is good. If they still had some ammo, like point blank shot into horse archers is great. Like cheap archers, doesn't really matter how inaccurate they are. A horseman is a very big target. So the skill of the Feanor Orcs, Feanor Elves even, is going to be carrying them through a bit of that. But that's an armor-piercing strike from the heavy axe of the Green Elves. There's also some cav just pestering their back lines. And just the sheer numbers that the Green Elves still have at their disposal. Hunters of Rathloriel now surrounding these archers. Looks like the thralls bolted. Yeah, 40 of them over there. A lot of them definitely captured. As my guys, well, our guys continue to try and open up on the Green Elves. Sorry about that, thralls. Probably should hold fire there, because if any accidental shot into the thralls with our poison arrows might end up just chasing them away. So I think we do change our focus. Oh, actually, damn. No, man, we're accurate. We got this. We're elves. Any good charges going on? Yeah, some really nasty charges up against the catapult crew. But, oh, Jesus. So that was an amazing counter charge from those guys. Yeah, they... Oh, ouch, Jesus. That's so crazy. Like, they killed a lot in their charge, but jeez, you know, they just turned around and absolutely minced them with those axes. Which is very bad, but, you know, high damage strikes are high damage strikes, you know, even if they're being dealt to a horseman. I'm surprised the thralls actually stood up against that charge. They were doing alright in that fight, in all honesty. But, you know, because they outnumbered them about 8-1. But still, the Wolfborn have come in and just fixed that. Now, the sentries have opened on up, and my ally has dropped to the floor there with that shot. Or that series of shots. I was really getting a proper sort of Fall of the Samurai moment, just being unloaded on by I think 3 units of horse archers. I was trying to run behind this mangonel, just begging that I'd make it, but no. The constant fire just had us stun locked, and we dropped there. And that was the end of our Finarfin forces. So yeah, that was it was a really fun little fight, to be honest. I really did enjoy it, and it was nice to be in the Discord with the guys, just sort of chatting away during all of it. But I think it was pretty close. Like, you know, the Green Elves and the Dominion really didn't have too much left there. We were saying that I think, like, had we made a treaty, you know, like when we were mucking about with that catapult and we were attacking their crossbow guys down here, it wouldn't have had to be a treaty, it wouldn't have had to be a peace deal too early. Just, you know, about maybe 5 minutes before we actually did it. And I think that would have just left the boys, the Feanor and not Feanor, and Angband duo. Oh shoot, I missed that, yeah. Gervais had his general like hiding off in this tree line, so he sprinted him on forward and just got shot down. Yeah, right here. That was a shame. But yeah, so I think it wouldn't have taken much. Just a little bit of an alliance earlier could have gotten this. Probably not for us, but it would have changed the game a bit anyway. So we'll have a scan through and just call out anything that is pretty crazy. These wardens there with 348. This is my ally, of course. But yeah, apart from that, well, of course, got some good kills all around. Anything absolutely insane? Yeah, again, wardens. I was really chuffed a bit with my wardens of Nargothrond. They really handled themselves quite well. Catapults, of course, not doing too much, but mainly just used to try and deal with the enemy artillery. And then the Arqueni were... I'd like to say that the Arqueni were fighting Balrogs and elite units a lot, so that's why. But yeah, really fun little scrap. It was a good time, and free-for-alls usually aren't not my thing, but I think because it was a bit strange and because everybody involved was a good guy, you know, it was a lot of fun. You know, usually when you're in a free-for-all with people you don't really know, you might end up just like people are just hanging back the whole time. Like arguably, you know, we hung back the hardest, and we were punished for that. You know, they didn't let us just sit idly. We had a nice position, so they attacked it, which is what you should do in a free-for-all. You know, you should find the person who does have the best natural advantage, and you should strike them while you're still strong. But yeah, all in all, a lot of fun. And I think that's all I have to say. So thank you guys. And I'll be posting in the description if I know anybody else has done this battle. I'll post it in the description. As I say, I hope they do, because that was pretty chaotic. Right, see you guys.